Well, hello everybody, and look at what we got today. Major winds. Got a cool down in temperatures, but the winds are really up there right now. It makes me feel sorry for those poor firefighters out there trying to get control of that blaze, which has come down my side of the mountain. And let's see. Don't worry, it's still a long ways away. I got my wind resistant mic on. I hope it's working. But there it is. There's the fire. Right there is the main fire coming down the mountain. It's about halfway down the mountain there now. And over here, it's all the way down the mountain. So that's pretty nasty. And these winds, they were lighter earlier, but boy, are they all of a sudden picking up with a fury here. It's clearing the sky out pretty well, but not over there. It's just fanning those blazes and making it harder work for those poor guys. So anyway, gotta come around over here, and we're going to go take a look. Oh, it looks like my dogs need more water over here. I'll get that in a little while. How you doing there, Diochi? Whew. Better on this side. Boy, my turbine is really humming up there. Sounds like a turbine. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Running 17 volts into my battery, which is pretty high for those batteries. Yeah, I can see a little moisture on top of them, so it's probably boiling them. We got 16, 17 volts going in there. But my solar is only at 13.6 going into my LiFePO4s here. And I got 14.8, 14.9 going in down there. So yeah, that 15 over there is being directly put in from the turbine. And this is from solar. Not nice. If it's not one thing, it's another. That'd be good words for a song, huh? So anyway, I finally got my second package today from FedUp, and just shot that segment of video. But that's all going to get held together and edited into one big video when it's time. So I'll let you know how that's going in a day or so. I had another neighbor call up. You remember the battery giveaway from WattCycle, the live show I did? Well, Chica, who actually won 2 batteries but wasn't present for the drawings, ended up getting 1 battery because Poolside Dreamer was the winner of the second drawing, and he gave up his battery to her. So she calls me today and says, I need help. My husband's tried to charge that battery and it won't charge. I said, well, do you have a 12 volt 10 or 20 amp LiFePO4 charger? No, we're using a regular car battery charger. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're never going to get it charged. It won't work. So they're supposed to be bringing that battery by here tomorrow, and I'll throw it on my LiFePO4 charger. You might think, well, why don't I just loan them the charger and let them do it up at their place? Well, that's because they don't have power up there. They'd have to run it off of a generator, which is kind of redundant. You know, running a 120 volt or 240 volt generator to charge a 12 volt 50 amp hour battery. Not a ways to go, right? Anyway, we'll take care of that tomorrow when the time comes. In the meantime, everybody's hunkering down here because of the winds and stuff. Nobody's running around and doing their thing. They all had their food. Chickens had their food and water and all that stuff. So they're all ready to go. And I'm going to go into the garden here in a few and see if, well, you know what? Why don't I take you all down there with me, since there's nothing better to do right now except stand out here and get blown around like I'm standing in a hurricane. Wow. Good thing I got a fairly tight shirt on, otherwise I'd be taken off into the air with a sail. Whew. Nasty. Oh boy. Yeah, so my little pears didn't get much bigger at all this year. And that normally is a sign of a lack of vitamins. Nitrogen. But the greenery on it is doing really well, so hard to say what caused it. It was probably the heat wave that just caused a shock to the plant, so it didn't produce like it was supposed to. My avocado trees look like they've got some life coming back to them. I'm gonna have to come out and do some watering here. But I see something's been digging in my garden, said Mama Bear. Oh no, Papa Bear. Yeah, something's been digging in my garden. Of course, I think that's just birds getting in because of the openings in the Harbor Freight greenhouse. But yeah, it's getting to the end of the year. I like these trees. They're kind of an evergreen. And I grew these from seeds. These are probably 9 or 10 years old at least. And they're not growing very fast and big out here because of the weather. But they really hold up well in the hot summers here. So I kind of like those trees. I may end up having to box in the bottom of the tree and cut the top out so I can let them grow up through and get taller and make some nice shade trees out here. I did notice late in the day, I got a nice shady spot over here on this side of the garden. So that might be where I put a couple of picnic tables and maybe a barbecue. So on these summer nights like this, I can have some friends over and neighbors over, and we can all sit out here and relax. But I'll have to put a fence around it so the dogs won't try to get into our food. But look at this. Look at all the baby aloe vera plants I got growing around this big one. I've got to separate all of those out into new pots. But I don't have any potting soil. There's a couple growing behind this one too. I don't have any potting soil that I could use to do that. These are the ones I repotted last year, and they're still doing well. And all of these up here, I think I might have to set these all on my trailer and go down the highway and set up a little stand on the side of the road and sell these things off at just $1 over the cost of the soil and pot, the flower pots, and see if I can make a little bit of money doing that. Of course, I've seen people sitting out there in the sun selling fruit and stuff like that. It doesn't look like that's a fun thing to do all day. But maybe I could come up with something. We'll see. Yeah, everything's starting to dry out here. All my grapes that didn't make it all the way to maturity are all turning into raisins now. But that's okay, that's all chicken feed. Of course, I don't give them a whole heck of that, a lot of that. I just give it to them as they need it. Hold on while I yell at somebody. Hey, what are you guys doing? Blackie, Cinnamon, Midnight. You quit chewing on my shade cloth. Oh, you little buggers. What are you doing? Don't damage stuff. I don't have money to replace it. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to have to get in here and do some more watering. I got some green drawn back on my citrus trees that took a big hit in the heat waves. So I'll get out here and throw some more water on this stuff in a little while and call it a day after that. It's a day. No, it's a tree. That's not a day. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is G-Bear signing off.